Good morning. Today we are doing a life admin day. I am here with my Orits. My cat is here too. So if you're not familiar with life admin days are days where I tackle all of the things that I've been procrastinating and inspire you to tackle all the things that you've been procrastinating. You can watch it and then decide on one task that you're gonna do when you finish. You can watch this video alongside all of my other life admin videos in the background while you get things done. Think of this video as like a clean with me video or a study with me video, but it's a get productive with me and tick off all those things that you have been avoiding doing with me. Short and snappy. So on a life admin day, you create a big list of all the things that you've been avoiding, that you've been procrastinating, that simply maybe haven't been important enough for you to pay attention to, but you know if you don't do them, you're gonna be grumpy about it. You're gonna be annoyed at yourself. So before I do anything in my day, I'm going to drink a bunch of water because I'm feeling really dehydrated. I'm going to tidy my house, put away my clothes, just get my space sorted, and then we'll be getting into it. I know for sure that if my space feels messy, then my mind feels messy, and if my space feels really fresh and clean, then my mind feels really fresh and clean. I'm just not going to be productive if my room is a mess or if there's a bunch of dishes on the sink. So I wanted to do this before my life admin day so that I was in the right headspace to get all of these productive things done. So I tidied the house and picked everything up off the floor. I made my bed. We don't always use these orange sheets. They are the bad sheets. I unpacked the dishwasher and I made sure to clear the kitchen bench of all of the dirty dishes. We love a clear kitchen bench. And I also took a bunch of clothes off of the clothesline. I put them away in my drawers and in my wardrobe. So the first thing on my list that I'm really excited for is to book a vaccine appointment. So many people I know have been vaccinated because they're all high risk or they work in high risk areas, and I've been patiently waiting to get vaccinated. I've signed up to all of the waiting lists, but apparently I'm now eligible to get vaccinated. So I've found a list of places I can call. We're gonna try and book a vaccine. So I have this list from a government website of places that apparently will offer the vaccine to me, and I'm gonna call every single bloody one of them. I really wanna get vaccinated. I'm so keen to I wanna get it done. We're doing it for my parents and for me, of course, and to hopefully contribute to lockdown stopping in Australia. One day we're gonna get there. It's a long road. I honestly feel like if that's all that I achieve on my life admin day, that's okay.
I'm online by visiting our website.
My name's Michelle. Is it possible to book in an appointment?
No problem.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
She's booked. I'm so happy, although it is for like it's for a month and a bit's time, but still, that makes me really happy. And I'm getting Pfizer as well, which is what I wanted. I highly recommend if you haven't gotten a vaccine yet in Australia, make sure that you make an appointment with your doctor. I'm gonna have a link down below to a website that'll help you to find places near you that are offering the vaccine that you can call up, make an appointment with. We wanna get vaccinated. We want everyone to be vaccinated ASAP. The next thing on my list is booking an Airbnb for the end of October. So this is something that I have been doing more recently. It feels extravagant, but also it's been one of the most helpful things that I've started doing for my business side of things, and that is every quarter doing a little Airbnb trip where I film a bunch of B-roll, I take a bunch of thumbnails, and I take a bunch of Instagram photos. Photos like this, and this have all been taken at these Airbnbs. It saves me so much stress. I don't have to think like, what am I gonna post on Instagram? I don't have to stress about creating a thumbnail. I am good, I am golden. My reservation is pending. So I found this little space and it looks like there's a ton of natural light. The photos look gorgeous. It could just be a great photographer though. But all of the spaces look really nice. You can tell it's in a bit of a dingy apartment. But we don't care so much about the outside. We care more about the inside. It costs much less than hiring a photographer regularly to get brand photos, and I get so many more photos than I would. I'm not trying to say that photographers are not worth it. They absolutely are. But if I want a photographer, videographer to take all of my B-roll, to take all of my thumbnails, to take all of my Instagram photos for a 3-month period, it's very expensive, and it makes much more sense for me to just book an Airbnb and take a bunch of photos there myself. So in July, at least it was late July, my friend had a birthday and I decorated my car with pictures of her. We can see they're hanging everywhere. An absolute angel. That's a terrible photo of her. Where's a better one? She's the cutest. No, all of them are bad. That was kind of the point. We've got the happy birthday here. We have all of of this confetti on the floor alongside pictures of my face. It's also all up here. And today's the day when I finally get rid of it. It's been an entire month that I've had this in my car, and as wonderful as she is, it's time. So this is my message to you. If you have something you've been procrastinating for a month, for 2 months, for 3 months, same. So have we all. Don't feel any shame or guilt around it. Just plan to actually do something about it. Sometimes things take time. Sometimes things are easy to procrastinate. That's okay. It's fine. We all do it. Okay, let's take down these decorations. My car is clean and I feel like a new woman. There are no faces on the roof. Look how clear and empty that foot space is. There's no confetti on this thing. I'm feeling good. That was definitely a task that I'd built up in my mind. Like, it truly only took 20 minutes, and that's always the way. It's the ones that you procrastinate the most that end up being like the shortest. Not always the case, but sometimes. Another life admin day task that I tackled recently was updating the books page on my Squarespace website, the sponsor of today's video. Squarespace is a platform that I recommend to anyone who wants to start a website that doesn't have any coding experience, that wants the experience to be really easy, really simple, and to create a beautiful website. One of my absolute favorite things about Squarespace, as we know, is that it has no plugins and no patches, which is absolutely amazing for your mental health. Not having to constantly think in the background, have I kept my website updated? Is it going to be hacked? Is it going to be functioning properly tomorrow? Squarespace is flexible for all kinds of websites. Websites for creators, websites for artists, for business owners, for e-commerce shops, for portfolios, for personal reasons. Literally any website can be created with Squarespace. Click the link in the description down below, squarespace.com/muchelleb, and use the code muchelleb to get 10% off of your first purchase. My experiences with Squarespace have just been so easy and so simple. I built my main website on it. I built my app website on it. My app's website took like a few hours to put together because they have all these beautiful templates that you can pick from. Everything's really drag and drop, and it's all so easy. If you do want to put together a beautiful, functional, low maintenance website, head to the link down in the description below, squarespace.com/muchelleb. Use the code muchelleb to get 10% off of your first purchase. The next task on my list is to get all my documents prepped for my tax return. This is one that I know doing now I'm going to appreciate so much later, but there's not even a little bit of desire in my heart to do this task, but we are doing it for future me. I think doing things like cleaning your car feel good because there's such an immediate sense of satisfaction. Like, my car is now clean, I feel good going into it. Whereas doing my tax return, the satisfaction just, it's not there. It's not tangible enough, but we're still gonna do it. I have this checklist that I need to complete for them. It's currently 10:39, so we'll see how long this actually takes. I feel like it'll take me a good hour or two. So I'm about halfway through my tax stuff, but I have an appointment at 12:20, and while I'm there, I want to run some errands. So we have built in these shelves. Obviously there's a door behind it, but shelf space, we love it. As you can see, it looks hideous. So before I leave and go to the shops, I'm going to measure bits and pieces. That way when I'm there, hopefully when I'm out, I can find some boxes to put on the shelves. That'll just make it look a little bit nicer because, oof, it's not handsome. Okay, we have measurements. So I went and I got my laser hair removal appointment all done. It took like 5 minutes, and then I went into Kmart after getting some food, and I picked up a bunch of these containers. Honestly, probably too many of these containers, but I'll have enough for my shelves. I also popped into Witchery and I grabbed my click and collect that had been sitting there for a little while. The next thing that I wanted to do was go into Bunnings and actually to get a little screw for the camera that I'm filming off right now. Let me show you what's going on. So on the back of this camera, where there's like a little screen thing that I can see myself in, there is a screw missing. So it's like, it feels like it's gonna fall off. Like, can you see? That's me wobbling it. So at Bunnings, I grabbed this, which will help me to screw in my screw, but they didn't actually have the screw. So, to nuts and bolts we go. The guy said they may not even have it, but I cannot risk my G7X falling apart on me. I would just be devastated. It would be a very expensive thing just to have this screen fall off. So, nuts and bolts, we're gonna give it a try. And then after that, we're gonna go to the man who does the keys, because they may have something. So nuts and bolts didn't pull through for me, but they gave me the advice that hopefully we'll get this solved. So next up, Rossa optometrist. My name's Michelle. I was just wondering, do you happen to do glasses repairs there if like say a screw has fallen out?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, I am going to an optometrist and I've told them what my problem is, and she said that she's happy to have a look and help. The lady at the optometrist fixed it for me and she did not charge me. She was a literal angel sent from above. I can't show you because I'm filming on it, but I'm so happy. But now I know my camera isn't going to fall apart at any moment and it makes me really happy considering I'm filming on it today. After I fixed my camera, I went to the library to renew my library card. I feel embarrassed that I do not have a current library card. It feels very off-brand, if I'm being honest. I used to like live in the library when I was younger, so I'm going to go in, get my library card, renew my membership, get all the books. So I went into the library and renewed my membership. It was really easy, really quick. I also dropped off 2 things to the thrift store that have been sitting in my car for a second. And then I took myself home. Please disregard my lip color right now. God, it looks so bad. This was supposed to be a dupe for this. When I went in the store, it looked much more like this, but on my lips, we're giving definitely like a 90s goth kind of vibe. Now that I'm home, I'm firstly gonna get myself a snack, and then I'm gonna finish this tax business. So I got home and I did spend the rest of the afternoon doing all my tax stuff. It took a little longer than I expected, but I also feel like it was one of my best accomplishments that I could have made throughout this whole life admin day. Like the relief from doing this one task, it was definitely a top priority. That took me up to the end of the day, but the next day I also wanted to organize the shelving in the bathrooms. So I got to that even though it was a separate day. I felt like I needed to round things out. So on this shelf are all of the containers that I got from Kmart. So I want to try and go through, organize everything into containers and make this look slightly nicer. Even though it is always gonna look a bit dodgy, we can definitely make it look better. So this is where we ended. I still don't love it, but I think the only thing that would make it look visually better is if I literally, depotted, just took all the liquid out of this and put it in like a synchronized bottle and everything was matching, but I just don't have that energy in me. I'm just happy to have more storage space. If you want to keep on watching my life admin day videos, you want to keep the motivation going, play it in the background while you do your own life admin day, I have a whole playlist of them. I'm gonna have that linked on the screen as well as down below. I appreciate you so very much and I will see you soon.